Ahoy everyone! Oh my goodness! The Switch is coming out! By the time I'm recording this, the Switch comes out tomorrow at midnight. I am so excited for this thing. I've been watching everything I can about it without spoiling it too much because I still want to be surprised. And I am gonna have a review, well not a review, but I'm gonna do an unboxing and all that on my channel. And if I feel like I could review it, I will, but I'm gonna try to do everything I can with it. I know there's been a flood of them since everyone got them early, but I'll do my best on my channel because I know, somebody might not see that on another channel and I want to show that I can do it on mine, so I don't know why I'm talking so much. But today's video is a little bit different. Everyone is doing a lot of Switch type videos and I wanted to do one as well because I really love talking about the Switch, but everyone's already said everything they can about it. But one thing came to mind when I was laying in bed not being able to sleep, like what happens most nights. I just started to think how this actually can benefit a lot of people with disabilities. And I know that sounds kind of like, it's just a portable gaming device. Aren't there many like that on the market already? 3DS, there's PSP, Vita, all this, all these, I don't know. But you get the point. It's like, what else could this offer that other ones can't? It's just a home console that's portable. Well, I will tell you, I'm gonna give you a list of just 5 things that came off the top of my head, and it might be a little crazy because I'm just trying to get this video out as soon as possible. I want to get it out before the Switch launches because there's gonna be a heck of a lot of videos coming out then, so I want to get this done. Number 1 is probably the most practical for me that I thought of. Someone that was blind or seeing impaired came to our youth group and decided to show us what they do to cope with that and how it was like being blind for all their life. I know it sounds weird, like someone that's blind came to your youth group or your group just to talk about it. Yeah, it is. You don't usually get that opportunity because you don't get to just sit down with someone that's just that has something like that. Like I have my diseases. A lot of people don't understand what I go through every day, what my family goes through, all the other stuff about it. Some people just don't ask questions, so you might look online, but actually talking to someone and how they deal with it, I was fascinated with a lot of the things that she uses and how she deals with it. So it got me thinking, the 1-2 Switch has amazing games that use a lot of your hearing, like the ping pong one. I was watching a Game Theory and they were doing the live stream and they were just kind of focusing on the sound because you're not actually watching the screen. The ball only shows up a couple times and then it will disappear and you have to listen to sounds, and if someone uses the hard smash, the other person has to listen for that noise, like the whoop, and then they have to counter it.
Net.
So that was awesome already. I was just thinking of all these games on 1-2 Switch that show that that's a big possibility. I remember someone that completed Ocarina of Time because they could hear all the cues because the Ocarina of Time used like left and right speakers or something weird like that, and the way that you smack the wall with your sword. So that was already something Nintendo's done already, but that is awesome for blind people. I've already seen a couple things like that. I was thinking about a whole ton of things for that. Number 2 is Aspergers or autism. With this one, it's a little harder to gauge because autism and Aspergers, they're not like the same, but they're very similar. What they deal with is, it varies on, on a person-to-person basis. Some people, they can't hear, they don't want to hear loud noises. Some people, it's just feeling certain things. It's very, very tough. I know a lot of families that have children with that and the children themselves, and it's just very tough. I was looking at the Switch and I saw that they have this HD rumble, obviously, that everyone's talking about. Another thing great for blind people is that rumble. When you're doing the ball count, you can feel the balls inside there. That's what many people have said. You can actually almost feel every single ball in there and the weight of each one. And the one with the dice, you can shake it. It's almost like you can feel each individual ball. And a lot of these cases with autism, they use these tactile or sensory type toys where you can feel a lot of different things, and some of them bother them, but other things like feel good, and it kind of helps them calm down. So I thought that was an awesome addition to that, is that they can actually feel it, and it's something for them to use their minds and kind of get into that and stop focusing on like everything else around them. I don't know, it's kind of a stretch, I guess, that they can even develop games that could help kids with autism. I mean, there's so many. There's a game actually coming out about a boy with autism. Number 3, hearing impaired or deaf. There are still a lot of games like on the 1-2 Switch that are mostly visual, and the cool thing about it is you're actually looking at the person. You actually can play a game in real life, but by feeling it. You don't have to hear things, you can feel it. There are some games like the phone one where you have to feel it or hear it, but there are a lot of games where you feel the remote, like the running one. You go like this, and then when you feel it vibrate, you raise it in the air. So many awesome games like that. And obviously video games aren't as hard to get into for deaf people as blind, because you can actually see what's going on and it's very visual. But there are a lot of cues in games like these ones, like in 1-2 Switch, that would depend on that, or like in Zelda where you have to hear things. But there's so many games and possibilities with, like, again, the HD Rumble that's great for people that can't actually hear, but they can actually feel it, and it can give them physical cues where they can feel the rumble, or they can look at their partner or something. It's a great idea. I don't know if I'm stretching on this one either, but I think that was something that came to mind. Number 4 is cerebral palsy, or other diseases that might affect your hands where you cannot put them close together to hold a controller. So for me, I have osteoporosis and all this stuff. I have freedom to move that, but I can't move my neck. So when I'm looking at these kids, they have their hands like they have to hold it like this, but they can still use their fingers and things like that. So I'm looking at them and I'm saying, with the Switch, you can disconnect the controllers like you would a Wii. The Wii controller could do that, but there's a cord in the middle. So these are truly wireless. They can hold them any which way. I mean, whatever way their arms are, they can hold them, and they can put the screen at any angle wherever they are. So with a conventional video game, either you have the TV where you have to put the TV where the TV is, or you have to put your hands where the controller are. Even with the 3DS and Vita, all these other handhelds, you have to hold it like this and put your face where the screen is. Now you can put the screen wherever you want to, and your hands wherever you want to. I mean, this is awesome. You've heard of people using iPads and stuff for people with autism, cerebral palsy, all these other diseases like that, learning disabilities, helping them grow. Well, this is another step, because now you're able to make it more accessible for people that can't hold conventional devices like that. Number 5 is kind of a cop-out. I really wanted to put this one in here because it was very personal to me. This is great for just anyone that's ever had a disease, or that is constantly going through doctor's visits, hospital stays, just all the things. I have Crohn's disease. That was my first disease I had when I was 12. I'm 25 right now. It can affect anywhere from your mouth to Uranus. All jokes aside, it's very serious. I joke about it because I've been through it enough where I'm like, you know what? It's kind of funny, but it's not really, because it affects many and it kills people. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent. So with Crohn's disease, you cannot hold in when you have to use the restroom, and usually it's very liquidy, diarrhea. So you are just running everywhere, and I spent so many hours in the bathroom, a lot of the times cramped and pain. It's not pleasant. And then on top of that, you're in the doctor's office waiting for hours. Your mom's signing all the sheets. You're waiting there in the office to see.
And then you're in the doctor's office and you're waiting for a couple, for a long time. And then after that, you're doing your out process. And then you have to go back and get a blood test, and you're waiting for hours there because it takes forever for them to do like 15 blood tests before you.
And then you're at the hospital and you've been admitted and you're there for days, and sometimes weeks, and even a month or 2 months. And some kids are there, I saw them, they were there for months. And it is terrible. So this is awesome because you can bring your home console with you. I always dreamed of that. I would be at home playing Smash Brothers or something. I'd be feeling terrible, on my GameCube or even my Nintendo 64. And of course I have my 3DS, but sometimes you want to play something bigger or grander. And even with like a friend, you're playing your 3DS, but you're by yourself. You need, okay, my sister doesn't have a 3DS, or at the time a DS. Okay, and then she got one, but we play once in a while. You met someone at the hospital next to you, they don't have a 3DS. Someone else is using the video game cart. What do I do? Now I have the Switch. I just put it there in between on the table. I hand him a controller next to me on the cot. I get a controller. He starts crying because he's bleeding everywhere because his IV came out. I get him a nurse. He's okay. Then we start playing Mario Kart. That is awesome. That is so cool. I love it. Oh my gosh. If I had that when I was in the hospital, it would have been so much easier. Thank you, Nintendo, for making something like this. It is incredible. I'm excited for it. I'm getting mine hopefully on Friday. The Amazon still hasn't shipped it yet, but it's probably going to ship on Friday, like all of my dreams. It's gonna be gone. So I'm sorry if number 5 was kind of a cop-out, but I just thought of 5 ways that Nintendo's really helping people with disabilities, even if they don't know it. What do you guys think? I want to hear you guys in the comments. Tell me what you think, and if you have any other ideas how this can help people with disabilities, or if there's something I haven't even thought of. And are you getting the Switch? What games are you getting? I'm getting Zelda. I am getting 1-2 Switch for sure because that game looks really fun. and that's not even sarcastic, I mean it. And also I'm getting snipper clips and Shovel Knight on the eShop, so I'm excited for that, and I'm getting some accessories. I am gonna go now because I have to edit this video, get it up before Thursday.
Because it takes forever because we have 5 megabytes per second router, and
it took 8 hours for my last video to go up. And that's not counting the 3 hours it was loading and then it got cut off because someone else was using the internet. Thank you, CenturyLink. Sure. I know that's Chinese and not Japanese, but anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. If you want to check out my other video, it's one of my favorites I've made so far. The link will be at the end of the video, and it is about, what was that one about? I opened 12 packs of Pokemon cards, the booster packs, and it was really fun. I didn't get anything great, spoiler warning, but go check that video out, please. It's one of my favorites, and I really wanted to get some attention. So, in the meantime, I will see you guys probably on Saturday or Friday or maybe next week when I have some videos of the Switch. And I will see you soon.